And joining me now is Eric Ham, U.S. political analyst. Thanks for being here with us, Eric.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
So what does the appointment of a special counsel mean for Hunter Biden?
Well, it means that the situation is going to become a lot rockier for Hunter Biden because now, with special counsel status, this gives the attorney the ability to now travel throughout jurisdictions. He's no longer wedded to simply investigating issues concerning Hunter Biden in Delaware. He can go anywhere across the country. Also, this takes away the constraints of the day-to-day operations of being involved in the Justice Department, because now he's unfettered and only has to answer to the Attorney General. And of course, with so much pressure now on this case, this means that the plea deal that was initially attempted by both sides likely will not happen, and that the special counsel will be looking at far wider and greater crimes. Although it's interesting considering that this same attorney has been investigating Hunter Biden for 5 years. So it will be really interesting to see if there's more information or more criminal wrongdoing that he will uncover.
Can you explain the nature of the charges against Hunter Biden?
Well, he's being charged with tax evasion. We know that he didn't pay taxes on nearly $1.5 million in income over 2 years. In addition to that, there is a gun charge that where he had a weapon that was not registered. And so those are just some of the crimes that he is being looked at for. Now we know that this U.S. attorney has been elevated to special counsel. This allows him to look at potentially other crimes, because we know Hunter Biden actually resides in California. And so these were charges simply stemming from his time in Delaware. Now the special counsel will have access and the ability to look at other crimes. And so this is very similar to what the special counsel Jack Smith is doing with Donald Trump, in that he's not simply looking at crimes that took place in Washington, D.C. He's looking at crimes that may have taken place all across the country. And so it is that level of unfettered access that this same special counsel will have when it comes to Hunter Biden. And so now the question is, what other crimes are out there, and how long is this going to go on? Because as we know, Hunter Biden's dad, President Biden, is gearing up for re-election, and this could pose problems for him heading into his re-election.
Right. How could it affect it? What are the risks for the Biden's 2024 campaign, especially, if the trial goes south?
Well, right now, because he, as the president of the United States, he's running for office, and his son is someone who will now have these criminal charges hanging over him. And as we have already seen, Republicans have been attempting to try to conflate Hunter Biden's issues with the president himself, saying that it was Hunter Biden who was attempting to use access to his father, particularly with foreign assets or foreign adversaries, to make money. And so the question is, how much did Joe Biden know and was aware of what actually Hunter Biden was doing and his business dealings, particularly with foreign adversaries? And so this is something that could be a headache for Joe Biden. Now, to be clear, one saving grace that President Biden has is Hunter Biden has always been a bit of a black sheep in the family, and most families have someone like a Hunter Biden, which is why Joe Biden has been receiving a little bit of grace from the electorate. But as this investigation begins to spread, widen, and deepen, the question, of course, becomes how much is in Hunter Biden's closet, how ugly is it, and how much of it will actually stick to the president.
All right, you've raised some interesting points. Eric Ham, U.S. political analyst, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.